Welcome back into Blaze Radio's coverage of the 2022 Pac-12 Women's Basketball Championships. Gabrielle Ducharme and Mallory Schnell, we're joined here right now by Eliana Segal of UCLA Women's Basketball, who just made her season debut tonight.
Yeah.
Eliana, how does it feel? Welcome to our setup. How does it feel right now to be talking with us and be in this environment?
It was my first interview, so it's a little exciting. But oh my gosh, it's an experience that honestly I never thought. I've gone in the last couple of years, but because I haven't gone a regular season, my teammates were so hyped. Before the game, they were getting me ready. They're like, E, if you go in, you gotta shoot the shot. But of course, I was like, there's only one possession left. It was our ball.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna be respectful. It's, we before me gotta represent UCLA.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna make a selfish play.
You weren't gonna make a selfish play. Can you just describe for us, what was the conversation like leading up to you going in? What was Corey Close saying to you? What was going on in the moment?
Honestly, everyone was screaming and jumping around me. She came up to me. She just told me what defense we were in. Everyone else was yelling, E, just shoot the ball. She was telling me, we're in 2D, you're on the bottom. And I was just like, okay, let's go. I'm ready.
You're ready.
I saw you in the corner here towards the end. Your teammates were kind of huddled here, saying something to you. You were laughing. What were they saying to you there in that moment?
I was given the sticker to put on UCLA for the tournament bracket, to move on to the next level.
Yeah.
So my teammates were like, this is all you got it. So they were chanting my name, they were getting me ready. We were waiting for everyone to come into the huddle before, and then they just cheered me on as I put the sticker in.
You put the sticker in, you're a senior.
Yeah.
You said you're finishing school this quarter. When is this quarter? When is it over for you?
We are in the middle of week 9.
Okay.
So I got week 10 finals week, and that's it.
That's
Wow.
it.
That's it.
So you're spending week 9 right now at the Pac-12 tournament. You guys play again tomorrow. Can we expect, will you play tomorrow, do you think?
We shall see. I
We'll see.
expect my teammates to give a full energetic effort, so if we have an outcome similar tonight, then I'll be out on the court.
Quick question. You played your crosstown rival just now in USC. How did it feel to move on to the tournament, and you were also playing against your crosstown rival? How did that feel?
I mean, I think we've played SC almost all of my years in the tournament. So it didn't feel like too much, but at the same time, we were like, who runs LA? That was all we were chanting before the game, that we were chanting after the game. And they know who runs LA, we know who runs LA, and everyone in the stadium knows who runs LA.
Everyone knows, and now Blaze Radio apparently knows who runs LA,
Now all
Mallory.
of Arizona knows too.
Now all of Arizona also knows. Well, last question. What's one thing that you would want someone to know about UCLA women's basketball that they may not know? What's one thing you'd want to give to our viewers on this broadcast?
UCLA women's basketball is honestly a family. We will say in practice, we will end it with a huddle, hands in, we will say family. In huddles during the game, we will say family. We do everything for and with each other. And I hope that shows out on the court. I hope everyone can see it. But we truly love each other, and we will sacrifice for each other.
And with that, we thank you for joining us on the broadcast. Eliana Segal here. UCLA just beat USC and will play Oregon tomorrow. And stay tuned here on Blaze Radio. We've got Cal and Utah coming up with Walker Smith and Tia Reed.
We'll be on the broadcast tomorrow as well. UCLA versus Oregon, we'll be there for that as well. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Welcome in. You are listening to Blaze Radio on YouTube. My name is Tia Reed. I'm here with Walker Smith. We are coming to you live from Las Vegas at the Pac-12 Women's Basketball Tournament. The nightcap, the final game of round one, day one. We've got number 11 Cal versus number 6 Utah here, just about to get underway. Lots of exciting action going on today at the tournament, and this is what we've got to finish us off.
And this game has the potential to be the best one we see tonight. Two star freshmen going at it in this one, in Jada Curry, and I believe it's I have my notes mixed up. Gianna Neepkins and Jada Curry are going to be at it. Gianna Neepkins came in here after she won Pac-12 Freshman of the Year over Jada Curry. It was a controversial pick, so expect these two to go at each other tonight.
Jada Curry having a phenomenal season. She leads the Pac-12 in points per game currently as a freshman, but Gianna Neepkins has done a lot for this Utah team and has brought them to where they are here at the number 6 seed of this tournament. And so, like you said, it was a little bit of a back and forth of who would end up being the freshman of the year. Neepkins got the nod over Curry, but I'm sure Curry's feeling some type of way about that, and she will make sure she comes out here and proves why she thinks she should have won that award.
Yeah, and this Cal Bears team revolves around Curry like the earth revolves around the sun. They run their entire offense through her. If she's not going, the team's not going. Or the difference is Gianna Neepkins, she can have an off night and Utah can still be a dangerous team. So the supporting cast of Curry has got to step up in this one if they want to advance to the second day. Absolutely,
and this Cal team, they haven't had the best luck, gotten a few wins by way of some post games. They had that forfeit over ASU that kind of helped both teams get to where they are right now, and the Sun Devils, who we saw earlier, and now Cal making their way to that 11th seed. Like you said, not a lot going on there besides Jada Curry, but they'll try their hardest. And then, like you mentioned on the Utah side, lots of people that could come into play. Utah's got 3 players that average over 10 points a game, and this Utah team can score. They average the most points in the Pac-12, above Stanford, who's ranked 2nd in the country, above Arizona, who's in the top 15. Utah is the number 1 when it comes to points per game.
Expect this one to be a little different than the last 3 matchups you've listened to. The last 3 matchups started off a little tentative. I'm expecting this one to start off on fire. A lot of points going to be scored in this one.
Absolutely. Hopefully we get some action off the bat here. But now let's get into some starters. Starting for Cal, we've got Leilani McIntosh, Delia Daniels, Jaslyn Green, Jada Curry, like we mentioned, and Evelyn Lucha-Shipholt. That's the starting 5 that Cal will go with. And then on the Utah side, what do we got, Walker?
Of course, star freshman Gianna Neepkins will be out there running the point also. Drew Glutton will be out there on the wing, and on the other wing it'll be Kennedy McQueen. And at the forward spots on the block, we got Jenna Johnson and Kelsey Reese out there for the Utes.
Both of these teams here now lining up for the tip. Reese and Evelyn Lucha-Shipholt were the ones in the middle of the circle, but Cal will win the tip, so now Jada Curry with the ball will get things started. She'll pass it to Shipholt on the right wing. Curry will get it back underneath the basket, who gets it to Green, who shoots a 3. Won't go in there, so now Utah will get their first possession as Neepkins brings the ball up the court. She'll hand it off to McQueen, who'll passes it to Green on the side. Drew Gilton will shoot the shot. That one will be good for just 2 points there. Is Cal now on offense. Cal taking it to the hoop, looking to find someone. Green moving around. Palmer with the ball. Cal will get their points there.
A nice layup inside by Cal. Utah up 3-2 as we're a minute into this one.
Utah now on offense. Jada Curry playing tough defense on Neepkins. We've got the freshman matchup here. Neepkins moving it around to the right side. Gets it into Reese in the paint. Reese putting some post moves on Shipholt. She'll put one up, won't get it. Get her own rebound, and she'll get some points there, making it 5-2 Utah in the first 8.5 minutes left to go.
That was good defense by Lucha-Shipholt. She just has got to finish the play and get the board.
McIntosh bringing it up now. She'll get it to Green on the right side. Daniel sets the screen. Green won't use it. She'll take it the other way, and she'll take it to the hoop and get the foul called. So she'll head to the line to shoot 2. Like we said, the potential for this game to get started a lot quicker than the other ones we've seen, and that's proven to be true here as we've got a 5-2 score not even 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and these two teams are running quickly here to start, not taking a whole lot of time to set up an offense, trying to get points off fast breaks before having to slow down as Green hits the first free throw. But you got to understand, this is the Pac-12 tournament. Some of these girls haven't played in an NCAA tournament type situation. And for Cal, it's win or go home for them, while Utah out there on the bubble. If they lose this game, it could potentially force them out.
Green hits both of those free throws there as Utah now bringing it up. Drew Gilton with the ball. She'll get it to the corner to McQueen. McQueen will get it to Reese, who just inside the three-point line. McQueen will pass it into Johnson at the elbow. Johnson driving to the hoop, and she'll get a layup there. 7-4 Utah with 8 minutes left to go as Cal pushes the pace now. Utah with some good hands gets the tip, and the ball will go out of bounds as the Cal player tries to corral it in. So now Utah will get a second possession here.
These two teams feeling each other out a little bit going into the break, not making their layups, they're tough layups here, but those shots will fall eventually once everyone calms down.
Gianna Neepkins with the jump shot there from about the free throw line, so she'll get a couple points there on the night to get her night started.
High arcing shot, hit the middle of the backboard and went in.
Curry now looking from the left side. She'll drive to the left side and get the short corner jumper there. McQueen playing defense. She moved to the side to look for the screen and left the left side wide open. Jada Curry takes advantage right there.
Neepkins and Curry are going to be trading baskets all night. Expect to hear those two a lot.
Neepkins looking down low for Johnson, but her shot will go out of bounds and she'll get the foul called there, so she will now head to the line to shoot 2. As it's 9-6 with 7 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the first.
First shots at the free throw line for the Utes, and it goes out.
That one spun around in the rim a little bit. Looked like it might drop in, just barely spins out. So now Johnson will get ready for her second shot, and she'll make that one no problem. So now Cal will go on the offensive. McIntosh bringing the ball up. The offense for Cal gets set. Jada Curry cutting across the middle. She can't find anything. She'll pass it down to Shipholt in the short corner. Gives it back to Curry. Passes it back to Shipholt. Shipholt working in the post, and she'll get one there. 10-8 Utah. 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go.
Going to see a lot of Shipholt tonight, too. She's going to be a really important player behind Curry if they want to win this game.
Kennedy McQueen working at the top of the key. She'll get it down to Johnson, who's working on Shipholt. McQueen gets it back outside the three-point line. She'll kick it across the court to Neepkins. Neepkins finds the easy entry pass to Reese, but Reese can't get the easy layup. She gets her own rebound, though. Goes for another shot that's blocked by Shipholt. So now Cal moving toward their side of the basket as Delia Daniels goes for the shot. And it'll be an offensive foul called on her. So that'll be a turnover for the Bears.
Great way to draw a charge by Drew Gilton. She just planted her feet outside the circle and let her opponent run right into her textbook.
We've now got Michelle Onya for Cal checking in, and Peyton McFarland for the Utes. Gilton handling the ball, gets it to McQueen at the top of the key. McQueen defended by Cal, defended by Green. Johnson goes for the layup there. She'll be fouled hard. And so she will head to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. That was a hard foul there.
Some tough contact in there. Michelle Onya tried to meet Johnson at the rim. Said no easy layups.
No easy layups, but contesting a layup that hard, that'll send Johnson to the free throw line, and she'll miss her first free throw of these 2 attempts. She'll miss a second one as well as two Cal Bears fight for the rebound, but able to come down with it was Jaslyn Green, and so Cal will get to stay on offense as Jada Curry's working now. Lots of tough defense, tough contact on defense. Foul called on the floor on Jenna Johnson.
Jenna Johnson will check out.
That'll send Johnson to the bench for Daisha Young. Jaslyn Green for Cal looking to inbound the ball. But the turnover happened as Lonnie McIntosh and Drew Gilton were fighting for it. But it looks like they'll call it back Cal's way. That fight for the ball took them all the way into the backcourt. Took both of them to the floor, running at it, sliding. But refs will call it off of Gilton to end the play. And so it will be California ball as Kylan Crocker checks in now for Jaslyn Green.
A lot of hustle here from Gilton early. She just jumped that inbound pass and chased it to the backcourt diving and just couldn't corral the ball, went out of bounds.
McIntosh looking to get this offense going. She's looking for someone to pass to, but Drew Gilton still playing tough defense. All in McIntosh's face. Gets the kicked ball out of bounds, so Cal will maintain possession, but not able to find anything there. Jada Curry now working at the top of the key. She'll kick it to the right wing to Crocker. Passes it down to McIntosh. McIntosh trying to drive in. And that'll be an offensive foul called on McIntosh as Gilton once again defending McIntosh. Draws the offensive foul there, sending Utah on offense.
Not even 5 minutes into the game, and Gilton already has two drawn charges and almost has a steal. She's going to be an important defensive player tonight. She came here to play.
Gilton makes a cross-court pass to Kennedy, but that one is stolen by Crocker. Crocker now on the fast break. She'll put the layup up. It won't go in, but she will get the foul called there. As there were about 4 Utah players down low defending her, she still decided to take it. Looks like she made the right decision as she was able to draw that foul there, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. Checking in for Gianna Neepkins is Brianna Maxwell. As Crocker steps to the line to shoot her first of two.
Shoots about 85% from the stripe. There's the announcer's jinx.
That other 15% showing right there as she misses the first one. Stepping up again for the second shot. And that one will be good for Crocker. Making it 10-9 Utah with about 5 minutes left to go. McFarland bringing the ball up as Cal puts on some full court pressure. Utah able to get the ball across the half court line Cal left Peyton McFarland wide open down in the paint. So she was able to get the easy layup on the assist from Gilton.
Those looks are going to be there. Cal, what they're doing is they're bringing defenders up outside of the three-point line to pick up their incredible wing players, and that'll make McFarland have a lot of opportunities inside as she gives up a bucket.
Lucha Shipholt with the assist there to Michelle Onya, getting some points there. Daisha Young now with the ball, hands it off to McQueen, tries to find something inside, can't, passes it out to McFarland on the perimeter. McFarland looking for Maxwell, can't get it to her there, so she'll pass it to the other side to Young. Young hands it off to Gilton. And there'll be an offensive foul there called on Utah. That one was called on Young while trying to get the dribble handoff to Gilton. Bit of an illegal screen there. So that'll be an offensive foul for the Utes.
Ran right into Kaylin Crocker there on the right side. These two teams playing hard coming out here. Not a whole lot of points. It's only 10-9. But they're going up and down the court quickly.
They're moving pretty fast. More points than we've seen in the first quarter for the past couple of games, I will say. About 4 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock left to go for this first quarter, as we will take a short break. back here at Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas. Once again, I'm Tia Reed here with Walker Smith. We are watching California versus Utah in the Pac-12 Women's Basketball Tournament, as we are with about 4 minutes left to go in this first quarter. As we jump right back into the action here, Cal going for the entry pass, but that'll be a turnover there. So now Utah will be on offense as Daisha Young now dribbles around the perimeter.
McFarland came up with the steal.
Looking for the handoff there. Gets it to McFarland on the other side. McFarland also looking for the dribble handoff. Won't get it to either players that swing by, and so she'll pass it back to Young, who drives to the hoop. Tries to get the kick to McFarland. That one will bounce off the face of Michelle Onya, but Cal will make the turnover, and so Jada Curry now on offense. Gets it to McIntosh on the right wing. McIntosh working to get around McFarland and gets it one up to the rim, but it will roll out just a little, just barely, and so Cal will knock it out of bounds trying to get the rebound, and so Utah will take offensive possession there. As a couple of Utes sub in.
Both of these teams continuing to run quickly, but their offensive sets are sloppy. A lot of turnovers here early. Utah has 3 and Cal has 4.
Brianna Maxwell working on Crocker there. She'll swing it around to Palmer on the right side, who just checked in. Palmer now takes one from the top of the key, shoots the 3, won't get it to go, and Onya will come down with the rebound as McIntosh pushes the pace back in the other direction. She'll get the layup up and will miss that one, but Onya now making the offensive rebound to get the points.
Great play by Onya there. She was trailing the entire play, last one across the timeline. Sees the miss, hustles to the left side of the basket, gets the putback under it.
McFarland now with it at the top of the key, setting up Utah's dribble handoff as Palmer will take it to the left side of the basket, and that'll be blocked by a couple of Cal Golden Bears.
I believe it was Onya who touched that one last. She's starting to play well.
So that one will go out of bounds off of Onya. So Utah will get to inbound it from underneath the basket, as Onya will now check out for Fatou Sam. The inbounder for Utah, Ines Vieira. Vieira looking for someone to pass it into, finds McFarland at the free throw line, will take it down and put the spin move on Sam and gets the points there, as it's 14-13 Utah with 2 minutes, 15 seconds left to go. Curry now at the top of the key, gets it to McIntosh on the left side. McIntosh being defended by Vieira. Pushes it down to the left corner to Green. Green finds Sam underneath, but Sam can't handle that one, and so it'll go out of bounds just off of her fingertips. Vieira now bringing the ball up for the Utes. Vieira taking it to the left side. McIntosh defending. Finds Young down low, and that one is blocked by Sam. And so Utah will get another chance from underneath the hoop.
The forwards for both teams are playing a really pivotal spot. It seems like majority of the action is being forced away from the guards by both teams and going inside where the paint's cleared out for one-on-one matchups as McFarland puts Sam in the spin cycle again.
McFarland loving the spin moves down low. Gotten a couple points off of it already. 16-13 with a minute and a half left to go in the first. Jada Curry now working on Palmer at the top of the key. She dribbles around, looking for someone to get it into. Green sets the screen on Young. Sam sets another screen for her as Sam drops down into the paint. Curry finds her, but Sam can't handle that one once again, and so Utah will get the turnover and head back the other direction. Palmer now bringing it up, runs into Crocker, and Crocker will draw the offensive foul. That's another charge there called on Utah.
She almost had one committed earlier in the play as she ran, I believe she ran right into Green, crossing the timeline, shoved her to the ground. So a little bit of ball doesn't lie on the charge on the next play.
Vieira playing some full court defense on McIntosh, but Onya able to get the ball into her. Not too much of a problem there.
Under a minute to play in the first.
McIntosh directing traffic here a little bit as Onya comes up and sets the screen. Young switches on to McIntosh. McIntosh finds Crocker on the right wing, who passes it back out to McIntosh at the top of the key. McIntosh a little bit of crossover, gets it to Green. Green crossing over a little bit. She'll step back for the jumper and knock that one in. 16-15 Utah with 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. As Vieta brings the ball up here. She's taking some notes from her coach on this. Try to get one last play in here.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
McIntosh defending closely on Vieta. Vieta takes it all the way around the other side of the court, drives baseline, and won't get that one as Onya, presence, tries to swat it, scares Vieta off a little bit. 5 seconds left to go. Curry bringing it up, looking for another shot. She'll pull up from deep, and that one won't go. Just barely missed it off the backboard, and so that will end the first quarter of action here as it's 16-15 Utah. That's almost more points than we've seen from a couple of teams in the entire first half that Utah and Cal have just put up in the first quarter, respectively.
These two teams, we said it pregame, these two teams did not come out here nervous to play basketball. They came out here on fire, began running up and down, and this score should be a lot higher. It's just that the fact that they're running so quickly, they're not settling in and making smart plays as they're trying to just throw shots up and throw long passes, committing a lot of turnovers. Both teams, Utah has 4 turnovers in the first quarter, while Cal has 6.
Both of these teams turning the ball over a lot, but also making a lot of shots, as Cal is shooting 60% from the field so far, and Utah is shooting at 50%. Both teams able to put the ball in the hoop so far through this first quarter of action. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back to see what they can do in the second quarter. Welcome back in. You're listening to Blaze Radio on YouTube at the Pac-12 Women's Basketball Tournament. Utah versus Cal. Heading into some second quarter action now as we've got McQueen on the right side with the ball. She'll get it up to Johnson, who drive down the left side. Both Green and Lucha Shipholt playing defense. Johnson will get her own rebound as she misses the first shot, put that one in, and the foul call, so she'll go to the free throw line for an and one shot.
Continuing to stay aggressive, and one theme we're gonna, or at least we have seen in the first quarter, is neither team is allowing the perimeter players to play. The freshmen are barely able to touch the ball before the second they even step a toe past the three-point line. They're immediately collapsed on a double team. So those plays inside for Johnson, Onya, Sam, and McIntosh, or excuse me, not McIntosh, McFarland will be in there all night for those one-on-one post matchups.
Johnson makes the free throw, so gets the three-point play. Cal moving on offense. Jada Curry, as you mentioned, trying to find something inside. Can't get much further past the three-point line As Green there tries to get the entry pass to Lucha Shipholt. That one will bounce out of bounds, and so Utah will get their second straight possession to begin the quarter.
That play was right there for Lucha Shipholt. She was just slightly behind the play. Didn't roll quick enough for Green to drop the diamond.
McQueen now with it at the top of the key will pass it to Johnson on the left side. Johnson with the dribble handoff to Neepkins, cuts down low. One dribble, puts it up, and gets it in. Johnson having a good start to this quarter as McIntosh pushes the pace there after the made basket. McIntosh passes it to Crocker in the corner, who gives it back. Crocker now with it on the left side. Looking for something, gets it to Curry on the handoff. Lucha Shipholt setting the screens. Curry now taking it down low. Little fancy on the layup, gets it in. So that'll be her first points of the quarter for Jada Curry. Utah now working on offense. Gilton gets it into Johnson at the free throw line, who passes it to Reese on the elbow. Now McQueen will take a three there from the right side, but will miss that one. So Cal gets the rebound and goes on the other side. Lucha Shipholt coming up, not ready for the ball, but able to catch it. McIntosh a little frustrated there.
Lucha Shipholt almost walked with it, but the ref pointed directly at her pivot foot. No turnover.
Curry now with it in the left wing. Looking for something. Pass it across the court to Jaslyn Green, who puts the three up. That one will bounce off the back of the rim as Reese gets the rebound. Gilton now pushing the ball up the court for Utah. Gilton dribbles past a couple of Cal defenders, gets to McQueen in the right corner, who swings it back around to Reese and then to Johnson, who gets the handoff to Neepkins. Jaslyn Green with the quick hands, knocks it out of Neepkins' hands, so causes her to reset. Johnson now with it, working in the paint, tries to find Reese, but Lucha Shipholt right there just takes it out of Johnson's hands as Curry pushes it offensively. Finds Crocker across the court, who puts the three up. That one will miss as well, as there's a scramble for the rebound. A couple players on the floor. Everyone rushing to get up as McQueen now shoots the two and makes it there. A deep two there for McQueen. Not quite back far enough for 3 points.
Her first bucket of the night. She's 1 for 2 now.
McIntosh taking some time to slow the game down. We've seen a couple of quick possessions back and forth there. She'll really direct her team to get set up into their offense as Lucha Shipholt comes up to set the screen. Nothing there from McIntosh, however. So she'll kick it to Green at the top of the key. Green now take it down to the left side of the paint. Dumps it off to Lucha Shipholt, but that ball is out of her hands before she can even get up to the rim as Gilton brings it the other way. Lucha Shipholt trying to make up for her offensive mistake, but she will be called for a foul.
And that's just a frustration right there from Lucha Shipholt. She had a wide open layup, but Gilton came in, stripped her from the ball. She go running down the court, just hip checked her. That's always a foul, a little bit of frustration, and she's going to exit the game because of it.
Gilton rewarded for her defense by getting a little bit of a breather here as Vieta comes into the game. McIntosh reaches for it, not able to get it there as Vieta tries to go to the right side. She'll slip and fall, and it'll be a jump ball called. McIntosh was playing some tough defense there. Vieta couldn't quite get it, and so the ball will be jumped, and it'll be Cal's ball headed back the other direction.
That was just another turnover caused by the fast play of both teams. When you play this quickly, and it's in college, you're likely going to see a lot of turnovers coming with a lot of pace.
Jada Curry with on the left side as Onya sets the screen. Curry moving in and out of defenders. Looks like she lost control, but still able to get it up to the hoop and get one in there. So it'll be 23-19 with 6 seconds left to go in the second quarter. As McIntosh playing some tough defense on Vieta, bringing the ball all the way up the court. She'll get it in the front court as McQueen goes to the hoop. She'll be defended by Crocker there as Curry gets the rebound and pushes it quickly the other direction. The nice controlled layup on the fast break for Curry. Utah now pushing it back the other way, trying to get a fast break of their own as McQueen swings it across the court to Reese for the three-point shot, but that one will miss. Onya gets the rebound, and Cal's headed back the other way.
And Curry is out there exhausted. Looks like she's holding her left wrist after that collision.
Onya now with it outside the three-point arc. Tries to hand it off to Curry, but just not enough focus there as McQueen gets the steal and puts up an easy one on the left side. 25-21 with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. As Cal will take a timeout. Like you mentioned, Jada Curry holding on to that wrist a little bit there, but I mean, the control that we saw there on that layup was phenomenal. She had all the momentum behind her. It's really easy to blow those when you're coming through that fast, you know, have to really focus, and she was able to just do it so easy, like it was second nature for her.
Yeah, Jada Curry, she's got that ability. No matter how many inches she's given up going into the paint, she knows how to get around the defender and lay it up in a way that the defender can't get in there and reach in for a block. She went in there on a drive on a set play, goes back down, comes back and scores again on a fast break going coast to coast, and immediately called for a sub. She was just incredibly gassed, where she was holding her hand a little bit. Hopefully she's okay, but she doesn't seem to be having too much of an issue over there.
That finish so phenomenal for Curry, as we mentioned. And we'll take a short break as they finish off the rest of this media timeout. Quick media timeout here in this matchup of number 6 seeded Utah versus number 11 Cal, as we'll get right back into the second quarter. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. It's 25-21 here. McIntosh now bringing it up for the Golden Bears. She'll get it to Curry on the left side. Curry defended by 2 defenders as McFarland there on the mismatch. Curry will swing it back around to Crocker. Will get the entry pass over 2 defenders, gets it to Onya, who puts one up, making it 23-25. That was a tough pass, but Crocker able to get it done for the assist there. Neepkins now with it for Utah. Passes it to Gilton on the right side. Gilton will lose the ball, or it'll be kicked, excuse me. So Utah will be able to maintain their possession of the ball.
Interesting look. Curry comes back out in the game. Looks like her ring finger on her right hand is taped up. Not entirely sure, likely a jam or something around there. Shaking it off, and she's still out here playing with 4.5 left to go in the half.
Delia Daniels will sub in for McIntosh, and she'll take a seat on the bench. Gilton gets it into McFarland at the top of the key. Gilton comes up and gets the ball. She'll pump fake, she'll go up, and she'll miss as McFarland gets the rebound, tries to put one back in, can't get it, but Young will get the rebound, kicks it out to Neepkins for the deep 3, but Neepkins will miss one there as McFarland tries to go for the rebound, and that'll be a jump ball. That one should stay with Utah.
Neepkins has been nowhere to be found throughout this first quarter and a half. She's only shot the ball twice and only made one of them. Cal doing a really good job of keeping her bottled up.
Maxwell there with the quick release on the three-point shot and knocks one in. 28-23 Utah with 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
coming off of a back screen, gets the pass, no hesitation, turns around, faces the basket, squares up, nothing but nylon for her. Up 5 now for Utah.
Jada Curry driving to the left side, tries to put one up with her right hand, can't get it. Onya goes for the rebound. There's a scramble for it, but Neepkins will come up with it, and so she'll push it back the other direction. Neepkins driving deep down on the right side. Crocker playing tough defense, though, and it'll be another jump ball. Cal will take possession of that one off of that jump ball.
That is a very important play for Cal. Cal's offense starting to slow down. Might have to do with Curry's shooting hand being taped up right now. But that was a very important play by Crocker. Neepkins had it right under the basket, and Crocker just playing physical and not fouling. Just great post defense.
Crocker fired up after being able to get 2 hands on that one. Jada Curry now bringing it up. She calls out the play for California. She'll pass it into Lucha Shipholt on the right side, and Lucha Shipholt will give it back to Curry over on the left wing. Curry driving baseline, swings it to Crocker. But the offensive foul will be called down low on Curry, who tried to cut around the baseline after giving the ball up. And she's a little slow to get up. She's down, helped up by a couple of her teammates there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Curry, she's looking a little sluggish, but that is not because she's hurt. That's because she's out here running up and down the floor every time. She's barely come out of this game and is trying to power through these last 3 minutes of the half.
Curry's taking some tough contact throughout the game as Brianna Maxwell will try to put up another 3, but that one won't even hit the rim. She's looking for a foul called, but won't get one there.
Maxwell looks like someone just stole her lunch money over there, and she just looked at the ref and was screaming for a foul, and I don't blame her. She kind of drew the contact and threw a shot up there expecting it, not expecting the shot to go in.
Curry running point for Cal once again here, and she'll drive it down the left side, puts one up but can't get that one either. As McFarland gets the rebound, Curry visibly upset. Daisha Young with it at the top of the key. She'll drive on the right side after putting the pump fake on Lucha Shipholt. She puts it up there, gets the foul called. And so
foul is on Delayla Daniels. I'll tell you what, Lucha Shipholt's had a really tough first half. She's had a lot of defensive screw-ups and turnovers down there, but she's battling through down there in the post where the game has been played most of the time tonight.
Young at the free throw line here now to shoot 2. She'll take that first one and she'll make it. Stepping up to the line for the second one here now.
It's her first points of the game. She's 0 for 1 from the field.
She'll miss that one as Onya gets the rebound and finds Curry for the outlet pass. Curry with the quick crossover, trying to set up the offense. Gets it to Onya on the left side, who gets the entry pass to Lucha Shipholt. Puts one up there and makes it as Brianna Maxwell looks like she might have gotten elbowed in the face on a no call there. Might be having a nosebleed here.
And yep, there's blood on the court. She got hit hard right in the nose. This game is taking a physical turn. Once the energy you come out with kind of running up and down the court and feeling invincible going in for plays kind of slows down with the adrenaline. That's when we start to see a lot of the tough plays, and that's what we're seeing down low. A lot of elbows being thrown, a lot of bodies hitting the floor as they continue to try and run at each other.
Lucha Shipholt working down low, trying to find the post moves, swinging her elbows around a little bit. Just caught Maxwell in the nose. So she'll head to the bench to deal with her injury there. But like you said, a lot of injuries starting to pop up. This game is getting very physical here. Jada Curry, we've seen it a couple times. She's been beat up a little bit. As we've got a little bit of a special appearance now on the floor, the Stanford Tree making its way across the floor to join the other mascots in the tunnel.
It's been a good day for the mascots here at Michelob Ultra Arena.
They've been having plenty of fun behind the scenes.
And let me tell you, you talked about how there's been injuries. It hasn't been injuries. It's just been tough play. There's just a lot of bumps and bruises between both of these teams right now, and naturally, maybe someone swings a high elbow, it's just a bloody nose, nothing to deal with, and Curry out there playing with her hand taped up, likely has a jammed finger or something along those lines, and that's just a tough play. We're seeing it on the replay right in front of us. Lucia Shipholt went up to catch a pass, and as she was coming down with it, it was just circumstance that the player was right under her as she was trying to bring the ball down, elbowed her right in the nose. She tried to keep playing, but now both teams are on the sideline as we got to clean up the blood off the court.
Refs talking it over, looking to see if there will be any additional foul calls there as they go to explain it to the two sides. Looks like they'll keep it clean, however.
Yeah, I don't believe there should be. It was just incidental contact, and that's what they're coming over to the scores table and saying incidental contact, no intentional harm done. Blood's cleaned up off the floor. Brianna Maxwell is all good on the bench. And we'll get this back underway. 2:10 left in the first half. Utah leads 29-25.
Utah will take possession after Lucia Shipholt made that basket, and so Utah now on offense as McQueen dribbles around at the top, finds Gilton on the right side. Neepkins gets the pass on the cross-court pass on the left side. Almost lets that one go out of bounds, but able to corral it in as Jada Curry now defending Gilton. Gilton will swing another one to the opposite side of the court to find Neepkins, who will miss that three as Jada Curry gets the rebound and pushes the pace. Curry with the pull-up. That one will rim out, and Neepkins will get the rebound there. Neepkins dribbling, trying to find Gilton. Gets it to Young on the right wing. Young with the dribble handoff to McQueen, who will square up for the three. That one will miss on the inside of the rim, and so Onyel gets the rebound. Pass it to Curry, who will bring the ball up for California. Onyel finding the entry pass to Lucia Shipholt. Almost a similar situation. Neepkins able to dodge the elbow there and able to reach her hands in there to get the jump ball, and so Utah will take possession.
Interesting play there from Cal. I thought they might try and slow it down a little bit as there's only 1:10 left to go in the half. Maybe try and go 2 for 1 and dwindle a little clock down.
McQueen now with it, passes it to Young on the left side. Young finds the backdoor pass to Neepkins, who will put one in there, making it 31-25 with 55 seconds left to go. Now Jada Curry slowing it down a little bit, it seems, as you talked about here.
Well, now they got to hurry up if they want to go 2 for 1, as there's only a 11-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Onya now looking to find something. On the left elbow, passes it back out to Curry. Lucia Shipholt fighting with McFarland down low. And Lucia Shipholt will draw the foul on McFarland.
Those two have been going at it all night. Lucia Shipholt along with Sam down there.
That'll be just
Onya.
That'll be just Utah's first foul of the quarter, as they'll get some movement for the inbounds. Jada Curry working to get it inside, and there'll be a foul called on Young, playing defense on Curry. So now Young will sub out for Jenna Johnson.
.1 seconds left to go.
Crocker, the inbounder here for Cal. Looking to find Mastrov cutting, but will find Curry instead in the right corner. Curry bringing it back around to the top. Looking to find something. Lucia Shipholt sets the screen. Curry with the pull-up from the free throw line. Won't make that one. Lucia Shipholt fighting for the rebound. Crocker able to pull it out of the scramble.
And Cal's going to get the last possession off a great hustle play from the forward.
Curry taking notes on the last play from her coach. Shows off the handle. Tries to put one up high off the backboard, but won't make it there.
And it's going to be another charge called down there. Don't know who drew. I believe it was McQueen who took the contact from Curry.
Yep, Curry called there for another charge.
It's only her second personal.
As she'll take a seat on the bench to finish out the final 3 seconds of this quarter. Utah looking to get one, to put one up. 1 second left to go. Neepkins able to work it all the way within the final within the paint, makes it at the buzzer.
Ooh, they might need to look at this one. I don't know if she got this one off in time. It was a bold play with 3 seconds, went from the half-court line all the way to the left block. Just may have gotten it off in time. We got the replay right in front of us, and I'm looking at it here, and I'm pretty sure she didn't get it off in time, and they wave off the basket, no good. So the score will stay right where it is.
No good on the basket, so it'll stay 25-31. Finish off the second quarter there. I mean, now we're seeing the game get a lot more physical. Still some interesting things to keep in mind, though. Cal, we've seen it consistently, making that entry pass down low to Lutza Shipholt from the top of the key or just off to the side of it. 2 defenders usually surrounding Lutza Shipholt, but she's really using her height and using her aggression, be able to reach up, jump up, grab that ball, and bring it down and try to find something near the rim there. It's worked out a couple of times for Cal, but it's also worked out a couple of times for Utah as they've been able to get the turnover there. And then from a guard standpoint of play, Jada Curry, she's gotten a little banged up here and there for Cal, but just watching her play, the way she attacks the basket, change of pace there, she'll dribble around slow, moves a quick handle, and starts cutting immediately towards the basket. Hard for any of the Utah players to really keep up with her once she goes towards the basket with that quickness. But she's had a little bit of a rough go of it here in this quarter.
Yeah, Curry, she kind of went silent after she had to call a timeout and get her finger taped up, may have lost her touch. And also, she was probably exhausted out there. It's been a physical game that we've seen. Pace starting to slow down. They got to go put some, take this halftime to cool off, come back out, rejuvenated and ready to get this one in there because they're still in this. They only are down by 6 to the Utes as we hit halftime.
Cal looking to keep their season going. Utah also looking to keep their season going as they're a bit on the bubble for the NCAA tournament, looking for a really nice showing here in this Pac-12 tournament to try to maybe work their way into the top 68 teams.
Yeah, and this is a big game for Utah. Cal trying to keep their season alive. Utah trying to make sure their season continues after this one. We'll head to halftime here, take a quick break. We'll be back to bring you the second half of our nightcap game between the Utes and the Bears. Utah up by 6. Welcome back to Blaze Radio Online. We are almost 10 hours into day one of the Pac-12 women's tournament here in Las Vegas. Within the words of Scott Van Pelt, I'm not tired, and neither is my partner Tia Reed, as we get ready to bring you the last half of action here in day one. Utah leads Cal 31-25 as we begin the third quarter of play in about 20 seconds, and it was a fast-flowing but also physical first half of play.
Yeah, no sleep to be had over here in Las Vegas. Very physical first half, very fast-moving first half. Both of these teams providing a little bit of contrast to what we've seen, and even these first 3 games of action here today. The freshman matchup has been was a big thing coming into this game with Jada Curry. A lot of people thinking she should have won Freshman of the Year in the Pac-12 to Gianna Neepkins, who actually won Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. Neepkins, however, has been overall pretty silent to get this game started. Curry with 8 points of her own, leading her team, but not a lot to see out of her here either. She's gotten banged around down low a little bit, and she drives to the hoop quite a bit. So we'll look to see how that matchup continues to progress here.
This game has been played inside through the first half, and we'll see if it continues. McIntosh gives it in for Green. Green swings it over to Curry onto the left side. That's Lucha Shipholt now goes back inside, back outside Curry on the left side. Stops and pops from 15 feet away on the left side. No good. It's going to go out of bounds off of Lucha Shipholt as she couldn't corral the offensive board. Good ball movement on the first possession for Cal, but no dice on the shot, and here come the Utes for their first possession. Give over to Neepkins. Neepkins over the top. Reese swings to the right side. McQueen finds a cutting Johnson, goes up through contact, but the contact's going to be offensive. A charge called on Jenna Johnson.
Despite the offensive foul, that was a great, smart IQ play there by Johnson. She runs up, fakes it, she's going to set the screen and go for the handoff, and quickly diverts down towards the basket. Her teammate finds her there, just too much offensive contact and a great defensive position for Cal.
Curry with it on the left side, gives out Lucha Shipholt. Looking to hand off McIntosh, instead gives it to the right elbow. That's Daniels. Daniels going to drive to her left side, spins back to the paint, gives out McIntosh, thinks about a three. She'll drive to her left with her left foot dribble, fires up a floater. No good, just hits the bottom of the backboard. Rebound falls to Johnson, who will push it up herself. Johnson handoff Neepkins. Neepkins drives to her right, cross the paint, kicks back out Reese. And they're going to reset. Reese looking for a cutter, no good, no dice, gives it back out Johnson. Johnson drives to the left, hands off Neepkins, who gets the floater to go, and she starts off with a bucket.
One thing to keep in mind and keep notice of, turnovers were a bit of an issue for both teams in this first half. Seeing it on that possession, some of these Utah players losing control of the ball, Cal players getting their hands in there, making it a little bit difficult for them. Look to see them capitalize on those as the half progresses.
A lot of fast, sloppy play in that first half. It's continuing here as we're going to have a foul called on Gianna Neepkins down low on Lucha Shipholt on the shot. So Lucha Shipholt will go to the line for two, score 33-25 in favor of the Utes with 8:20 left to go in the third. Shipholt, this is her first shots from the line. Can't get the first one to go, but gets the second, goes 1 for 2 in her first trip. Lead cut down to 7 for the Utes. Neepkins losing the ball right in front of the scorer's table. Ball gets popped up by Neepkins and finds its way into the hands of Johnson, who's fighting Lucha Shipholt. And Lucha Shipholt's going to be called for hand fighting there, trying to stop Johnson from getting around her.
Another hustle play there near the scorer's table for both sides as Neepkins, Gilton, and Curry all diving for the ball. Neepkins able to pull it out there and swing it across the court to her teammate.
Inbound goes to Gilton, who entered the game, over to the right side. McQueen goes top. Reese going to fake the handoff. Gives back up to the top. Johnson's going to hand off to Neepkins, covered by Curry. 1 second on the shot clock, has to force a shot that hits the bottom of the net right in Curry's face. Neepkins just throwing up a prayer, gets it to go, and the lead is 10 as she nails a three.
Neepkins not able to get the buzzer beater to end the half, but able to get one there as the shot clock was draining.
Curry misses McIntosh misses an easy floater, gets her own miss, kicks out to Daniel, and Daniel hits the bottom from 12 feet out. Lead back to 8 for the Utes off of the mid-range shot from Daniels. Gilton gives over to Neepkin. She's double teamed at the top of the key. Now back off, a good pass inside to Reese. Reese gonna shove off of, looking to shove off of Lucia Shipholt, but Lucia Shipholt stood tough and forced a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Utes, so they'll keep the possession.
That right there is why they tell you to stand straight up when someone comes at you. Lucia Shipholt, arms as high as she can get them straight up in the air. The height difference helping her out there, and so the ball tries to put it up, can't get it past her hands.
Johnson's three-point shot straight on, no good. Hits the left side of the rim, no dice. McIntosh brings it up. Under 7 to play. Utah leads by 8. Curry with it on the left wing. Picked up by McQueen. Curry drives inside, trying to finish over Reese. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, tapped around, but finds its way into the hands of Utah. Here comes Galt. Galton now gives it back on the left side. No good on a layup, and we're going to have a foul call. I believe it's going to be on Reese.
Jaslyn Green playing the smart defense in the 2-on-1 situation. It looked like Utah was guaranteed to get a basket there, or at least get a good shot up, better than what they got. Jaslyn Green with the quick hands, able to disrupt what was going on down there and draw the foul on the rebound.
Great 2-on-1 defense there. Gilton laid it off for Jenna Johnson, but there was enough pressure for Johnson to miss the layup and a fight for the rebound and a foul. And here comes the Bears once again. 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Green looking inside for Onya. She can't get the shot up. It gets blocked. Rebound fought for on the ground, and Curry comes up with it. Is going to lay that one up and in as the miss got tapped around to the right side. She had a clear lane.
That's another example of what I talked about earlier before. Cal putting the inbounds plays, putting the entry passes in over 2 defenders. Onya able to bring that one down, but not able to get the shot up without the block.
Speaking of a block, we're going to have a hard block call on McIntosh as she tried to stop Neepkins from getting up court. Neepkins ran right into her, and she comes up a little sluggish, but she's called for the block. That's an uncommon call, as we've seen. The refs have been favoring charge calls here today, but that was a tough break for McIntosh. Didn't get her feet set.
McIntosh a little shaken up, gets up gingerly there on the foul call.
Coach Sharman Smith having a conversation with the official about the play, arguing her case for a charge.
Referees wave her off, send her back to the bench as they go back out in the court to handle business.
Score is 36-30 in favor of Utah. 6:09 to play in the third quarter. Inbound goes to Gilton. Gilton at the top of the key, gets a screen. Swings over to the right side. McQueen goes to Johnson on the opposite wing. She'll drive cross paint. Hard contact inside as she went up over Onya, and she's going to be at the line for 2 shots. Tell you what, everyone in this game is playing without fear. Whether it's accepting contact or going into contact, they aren't playing with fear. They're going in there and taking all the hits.
I mean, that's how you want to play. That's how you want your team to play. You don't want your team to shy away from the aggression. You don't want them to shy away from the contact. You want them to drive into it, expect it when they go up for the layups. And even though she wasn't able to make the layup there, I mean, she gets sent to the free throw line to shoot 2.
First layup kind of toilet bowls on Johnson. See if she can hit the second. It's up and in. Hits nothing but the bottom of the net. Lead back up to 7 for Utah. Under 6 to play in the third. Curry with it on the right wing, goes behind the back, gets picked up by Johnson on the right wing, looking for a screen, drives cross paint to her left elbow, kicks back out. That's Green for 3, and she rattles it home. Long distance shot is good. Jaslyn Green.
That is Cal's first made 3-pointer of the game there by Jaslyn Green. Now 1 for 4 on the night. They haven't shot a lot, but they're able to get that one in.
Johnson looking to answer. Off the front iron, a high bounce, and it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it went off of Onya.
sub action here for Cal.
Excuse me, that was actually, it actually went off Fatu Sam, and now Onya's going to check into the game. For Sam, a three-point shot's going to be tried and is hit. Gianna Neepkins, and this game is starting to heat up a little bit from distance. Utah leads 40-33 with around 5 minutes to play in the third period.
Neepkins coming alive here in the second half. She's now up to 12 after just not scoring that much in the first half for her team.
Curry on the left wing, some off-ball motion from her team, gives to the top, Green. Goes inside, that's Daniels who puts that one up and in.
When is Utah going to start picking up on that pass over the heads? They've got to see it coming. They've got to jump up and grab it. Cal able to get an easy basket off of that pass.
Well, that's on McFarland and Jenna Johnson, the forwards out there for Utah to pick up on those plays. As Johnson has it at the top of the key, dribbles to her left, gives the pass inside to Neepkins, and was not contested inside as she puts the floater in from the left block.
I don't even think Johnson meant to make it look as flashy as it did, able to get it through the crossing hands of a Cal defender. That looked really nice from the angle we're sitting at.
4:15 left in the third. Utah leads 42-35. Curry at the top of the key, gets a screen from Onya, looking to run the pick and roll, kicks back out. That's Green in the corner. Thinks about a shot, crossing up. Neepkins is going to lose the handle out of bounds. They're going to say it went off of Neepkins' leg.
Daniels cutting across the lane. She was calling for it. I don't think Green could see her. She was too busy working, trying to find something down on the baseline side, and so that one gets sent out of bounds.
We have hit the third quarter media timeout, and we'll take one with them. Utes up 7, 4:01 to play in the third. Welcome back to Blaze Radio Online here in Las Vegas at the Michelob Ultra Arena for the nightcap in day one of the Pac-12 women's tournament as Onya gets the inbound and almost alley-oops it, but she puts it in anyway. Under 4 to play. Utah up by 5 after the made bucket from Michelle Onya.
Cal getting the quick start in out of that media timeout.
Gilton gives it over the left side, Neepkins. She's picked up by McIntosh, gives over. That's Maxwell. Now goes inside McFarland. McFarland puts a spin move on, throws up a floater, rattles out. Can't find the bottom, and Curry's going to push it up on the left side of the court. A little bit of pace, guarded by Neepkins, goes over to Daniels on the left elbow. A high pass goes into Onya, fought for, and McFarland comes up with it for the Utes. Maxwell now with it, fakes a shot, goes behind the back on the left wing, gets a screen from McFarland, still with the ball, has it poked away, and she'll give it back out to Gilton. Now Maxwell in the corner, she'll fire a 3, too strong, rebound falls to Curry. Curry, a long arcing pass, and it's going to be tapped out of bounds by Gilton.
Gilton, good defensive play there, seeing it coming, able to tap that one out. Knocks it into the stands and almost runs into a different fan, but all the apologies there, and she's able to step back in to the defensive set for Utah.
Neepkins exits the game. Cal with the ball. It's Daniels at the top of the key, crossing up, goes up with the left hand, and a nice finish from Dayla Daniels.
Haven't seen much of her in terms of statistically, but able to get an easy one right there, just a little bit of burst of speed, nice layup on the left side there. You don't see it very often.
2.5 minutes into the third. Utah with the ball up 3. And we're going to have a block called on Curry, and she can't believe it. She thought that McQueen tripped with the ball as she was guarding her, but they're going to assess a foul to her. It's going to be her third.
I'm inclined to agree with Curry a little bit there. I don't think there was too much body. I think a lot of the contact was coming off of both sides. Tripped over herself a little bit there, and so foul called nonetheless. That'll be Curry's third of the game.
Utah hasn't scored in 2.5 minutes. They need a bucket bad to stop this Cal run before they catch up to them. They lead by 3, 2:10 left in the third. Gillen drives in, throws up a layup, no good. Rebound tapped around. Shot clock went off, but it hit the rim anyway, so Curry comes up with the rebound and pushes it. Chance to tie or bring it within 1. Daniel goes inside, kicks out McIntosh, goes back into Daniel on the right block. She'll drive baseline, kick over to Onya, throws up a floater. Can't get it to go, but draws the contact. And Michelle Onya will be at the line for 2 shots.
Onya needed just a little bit more control on that ball. Was kind of getting knocked around down low. She was able to grab it enough to be able to get the shot up and get it close to the rim, but if she just had a little bit more control over that, she could have knocked it in and been at the line shooting an and 1 shot. Instead, she's shooting 2 free throws.
Some hard contact in there. Onya hits the first one back rim and in. These are her first free throw shots on the evening. She's a 75% shooter from the stripe, and that's 100% on that trip, going 2 for 2. Lead is cut down to 1 point for Utah. 1:45 left to go in the third, and we're going to have an off-ball foul. It's going to be called on Dayla Daniels.
So Daniels will pick up her 4th foul of the night. That'll send Cal into the bonus for this quarter. So Utah shooting 2 from here on out in the last minute 45 as Lucha Shipholt checks in for Daniels, who, like I said, 4 fouls there, 1 away from fouling out.
Lucha Shipholt now on there on the right block as Vieira rattles the first free throw home. And hits them both. Those are Vieira's first points of the game. Lead back up to 3 for Utah. A little over 1.5 left in the third. McIntosh with the ball. Gets a screen from Lucha Shipholt. Back to the top of the key. Picked up by McQueen. Gets a screen from Onya. Fires up a long shot into Lucha Shipholt. And we're going to have a foul called on Vieira inside. And Lucha Shipholt should be at the line anyway as Cal is in the bonus.
I think it's worth mentioning, I think there's some significance in the fact that Lucha Shiphold was the one subbed in for Delia Daniels. Cal seems to be very specific with their sets that they play with their 2 forwards. Lucha Shiphold has 3 fouls also, so she's just 2 away from fouling out. She could potentially pick up 1 here in this third quarter. But we have not seen Onwe or Sam on the court together much throughout the night. So I think it's interesting how they picked their sets here as we see Lucha Shiphold and Daniels playing more up top in this post set.
They like to bring their forwards out as Lucha Shiphold hits both free throws and comes up with the steal off the bounce pass. Here comes McIntosh with a chance to take the lead. Drives to the left side, is going to back out with 1:08 left in the third quarter. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Gives over to the right side, Curry. Interesting decision to slow it down there for McIntosh. He didn't like the drive. So now under 1 minute, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Curry with it at the top of the key. She's guarded by McQueen. Gonna step back, fire a three-pointer, has it rattle out. Rebound falls to McQueen. 30 seconds on the shot clock, 45 on the game clock. McQueen on the right side. Gets a screen, gives back up to the top. It's Young, and Young loses the ball. Ball's on the floor, bodies hit the floor, and we're gonna have a jump ball. Daisha Young lost the handle on the left elbow, and now bodies are continuing to hit the floor. The aggressiveness has not stopped, and Cal gets the possession off the jump ball. They have 35 seconds on the game clock, a fresh 30 shot clock, only down 1.
Vieta back in the game, applying some full court pressure, doing a good job of it too.
McIntosh with it, gonna take her time, 20 on the shot clock now. Picked up by Vieta. Continuing to hold it out by the Pac-12 logo, dribbles over to her left, fakes a drive, swings it over to Curry at the top of the key. She loses her handle back on the right wing. Picked up by Young. Young drives, and here comes Curry inside with a nice floater to give the Bears the lead. 45-44, 3 seconds on the game clock for the third. Vieta fires a three-point shot that hits nothing, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. And we got 1 more to play here in the first round of the Pac-12 tournament. The Bears lead the Utes 45-44 as we hit the final period of play.
Boy, oh boy, the touch on that floater by Curry was just beautiful. You love to see it as a basketball fan. Just perfect, gets it right in there. Cal takes the lead as they head into this final quarter.
Utah didn't score a field goal for the last 4.5 minutes of that quarter, and Cal went 5 for 7. That's what makes up a run there for the Cal Bears, and that's why they are now up 1. We'll take a quick break here. We'll be back to bring you the final quarter of the nightcap. Utah down 1 to Cal. Welcome back to the first round of the Pac-12 women's tournament here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as we have the last game on the day. Utah and Cal fighting for a spot in the quarterfinals. Cal has a possession off of a Washington turnover, excuse me, a Utah turnover, and Curry drives and turns it over herself. She looks perplexed down there on the baseline as she lost it out of bounds. The Bears lead the Utes 45-44 as we begin this final period of play on day one.
Curry having a bit of a rough game. She's gotten beat up down low. She's had some mistakes here and there. Certainly getting frustrated with some of these calls that have been given out.
Vieira kicks back out McQueen. McQueen steps back, doesn't take the shot. Drives baseline, gonna kick back out. That's Young. Young gets a screen and fires a three and rattles it home. Utes retake the lead, 47-45. 45 seconds into the fourth. McIntosh pushes it up for Cal. Lucha Shiphold on the right wing, gonna drive to her right on Young, looking for someone to pass to. Gonna hand off to Curry in the right corner. A good pick and roll. Lucha Shiphold, an 8-footer, and hits nothing, but she's gonna be pushed. They're gonna call the foul on Reese, and Lucha Shiphold will be back at the line to tie the game or only be down by one.
Reese almost got away with it there, but just a little too close to where Lucha Shiphold was landing after taking that short corner jumper. And so Lucha Shiphold, even though she airballed the shot by a bit, she'll get to head to the free throw line.
That look will be there for her as they've run that set a couple times as she hits the first free throws where she and Curry will run that pick and roll. Naturally, the two defenders are going to shade towards Curry, so Curry will find the right pass and give it to Lucha Shiphold. He just got to put him in, and she does that time, making both of her free throws. We're knotted up at 47 apiece. 8:50 left in the ball game. Neepkins gives over to McQueen, handoff. That's Vieira on the right wing, gets a screen from Reese, dribbles to the top of the key, swings. That's Young driving to her left side. Gonna pivot, kicks back out McQueen, fires up a three with 11 on the shot clock, no good. Curry gets the rebound. 8:30 left in the game clock now, still knotted up. Curry taking her time. She's picked up by Vieira at the top. Goes to Lucha Shiphold, guarded by Young on the right elbow, looking for some off-ball moves. A nice cut inside, but no dice for Kaylin Crocker as she made a nice back cut. Vieira brings it up.
The easy layup there. We haven't seen many of those missed by either team much today like we did in a couple of earlier games, but Crocker not able to convert that one.
Neepkins a tough drive and hits a shot right over Onya. Utah retakes the lead, 49-47. McIntosh with it for the Bears, gets a screen from Onya. A light screen, Vieira goes right over it. Now they're back at the top of the key. Curry comes off a pick and roll off ball, can't get the elbow jumper to go. Utah with the rebound. Neepkins pushes it up the right side, a cross up, goes inside. Reese, and Reese is gonna have her shot rejected by Onya. Reese thought there was clear contact, and from my angle over here, it looked like there was. Maybe just a good sell that the ref didn't buy.
Onya on that timing there, able to bring her hand down just in time so to get the block and supposedly not get the foul called in the eyes of the ref there, and so she'll get a stop there for her team.
Vieira inbounds it to Young, who gets it right back, gives up to the top. McQueen, who hits a three straight on. 5-point lead for the Utes now. McIntosh is going to bring it up. Cal's got to get something going here.
Cal will have to make up some of this deficit with Jada Curry now on the bench as Mia Mastrov subbed in to give her a quick break.
A 6-2 run to start this fourth quarter for Utah, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. It's going to be called on Reese. I should know they're going to call it on Ines Vieira. 7:04 left to play, 20 seconds on the shot clock, and Cal keep the ball off the foul on the floor. It's the second team foul for the Utes in the quarter.
Vieira's played tough defense all throughout her time in this game, whether it's all the way up the court or in the half-court set. Vieira's played tough defense. Right now she's looking at a mismatch.
Crocker gets the ball off the inbound on the right corner now, gives over to McIntosh inside, and now goes inside Lucha Shiphold, who can't get the shot up as it's tipped around by Reese. And they're going to say it went out of bounds off of Neepkins, who couldn't hold on to it.
Now, Reese came through there with the block, but I want to give credits to Vieira, who a lot shorter than Lucha Shiphold was able to defend there on that possession, at least before the ball got in, and then Reese able to come over and help as Jada Curry now steps back onto the floor.
McIntosh to inbound. Curry gets the inbound. Hand back off to McIntosh in the corner. She's picked up by Young. Steps back out on the wing. Going to fire a long three-point shot. No good off the back iron. Rebound falls to McQueen, and she's going to push it up. 6:40 to play in the fourth. McQueen gives it back up top. Young. Young fires a three. Off the back iron. No good. Rebound falls to Lucha Shipholt. Contact under the basket. Not called on Reese. Curry's going to push it up now. Curry drives left. Going to kick back out. That's a three-point shot from Mastrov, who just entered the game. That's a name we haven't said all night. Mia Mastrov hits it from the left wing, making it a 2-point lead for Utah.
That Utah bench was getting a bit frustrated after the no call. I'm sure they're a bit more frustrated now after Mastrov knocks that three in.
Neepkins with it now. Gives it back up to McQueen, who's going to call out a play with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Under 6 to play. Fires up a mid-range shot from the right elbow. No good. Rebound tapped around. Reese comes up with it. Goes up strong. Can't get it to go. Rebound tapped around another offensive board. That's McQueen. McQueen goes up. Gets it rejected. But another offensive board finds its way into Young's hands. And she's going to be fouled on the floor by McIntosh.
Delia Daniels just using her height down there. Didn't jump. Didn't move her hands at all much. Just stood straight up and caused some issues for those Utah guards trying to put the ball up down low.
They called the foul. I believe they called the foul on Onya as Lucha Shipholt will take a seat on the bench. Utah with the ball, under 6 to play. Utes up 2. McQueen drives cross paint, goes up, reverse layup is good. McQueen's had herself a good game today. She's got 7 points. McIntosh with it. Curry now drives across the paint from the left wing, throws up a finger roll, can't get it to go, and the rebound, they're going to say, went off Onya.
Cal, in these final 5.5 minutes, they're going to have to be a little careful defensively. McIntosh has 3. Curry has 3. Daniels has 4. So they've got to be a little careful with their fouls here to finish off this game.
Daniels playing on thin ice out there, as you said. Neepkins with it, going to fire a shot from the elbow, can't get it to go. Fight for the board is corralled by Onya. Forward pass now. That's Mastrov. Is going to give it over. Onya from the free throw line. Hits it. Bottom of the net. Didn't hit anything but it. Under 5 to play. The lead is 2 for Utah.
And we have a game here. Cal is fighting hard, trying to match points, trying to take it. They had a lead for a little bit. Didn't maintain it, but now they're fighting to come back here.
McQueen with it on the right side. Gives up to the top. Young thought about a shot, but she's picked up by Daniels. A nice back cut by Neepkins, who gets it to go on the baseline. Back up to a 4-point lead, 4.5 to play. McIntosh on the right wing. She's picked up by Gilton, who just re-entered the game. Gets a screen on from Onya. Gilton drives in. McIntosh gives over to Daniel on the right side. She's got to be careful, and she's going to be tripped by Young, and she hits the ground hard.
The ball movement for both of these teams is really nice here, as both of these teams have a lot of assists. They're passing it around. Utah with 15 assists, Cal with 11, dishing it out here and there, moving the ball around, finding teammates, not being selfish with the ball. It's a great look for both of these teams.
And we've hit the under 5 for the last time today, as Neepkins has absolutely heated up in this one, and she's going to continue to. She started off really slow, only having 2 points in that first half, but now has caught fire and has 18 points on 8 for 12 shooting.
Neepkins showing why she deserves to be the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year here right now in this game.
Curry is going to have to step it up a little bit. We've seen flashes from her, but she's just not been able to get the touch on the ball. She's only got 12 points to match Neepkins' 18, and she's 6 for 16 shooting. However, both of these teams have shot the ball well, shooting over 40%. 3-point ball, not as much. But it's been a good game so far. 4:13 to play, Utah up 4 in the last game of the first round in the women's Pac-12 tournament. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Blaze Radio Online. Utah and Cal knotted up in a close one here in the first round of the Pac-12 Women's Tournament. Score 56-52 in favor of the Utes. The Bears have the ball. McIntosh will inbound it under the basket. Looking for someone to inbound, gives it into Onya. Onya gives it right back to McIntosh on the right wing. Dribbling with her left hand, looking for the play to develop. Still holding the ball, 10 seconds on the shot clock, gives over Mastrov. Mastrov goes inside, a nice pass to Daniel. A good dump off to Onya, who puts it in. And Onya comes up limping, holding her left knee, but she's still hustling down the court. Utah with the ball inside, they can't get it to go. Shot by Gilton wasn't good, and Onya hits the ground hard, holding her knee. Foul is going to be called on 42, Peyton McFarland for Utah.
Onya looked like she tried to push through the pain, coming down the court the other direction, but like she just could not hold it anymore.
And I believe it's just a cramp. The players are waving off the coaches from coming over, and now they're just stretching out over under the basket.
While we've got this break, I want to take a second to talk about this quick stat. Leilani McIntosh, I feel like we've said her name a lot. We've seen her out on the court. She's played 32 minutes. It's been a lot for her that we've seen her on the court. No points tonight for McIntosh. She's put up 5 shots, 1 3-pointer, hasn't made any of them, but she's been a force for this team on defense, has helped facilitate the ball offensively, but no points on the board for her yet.
We're going to take a quick break now as they figure out the injury situation. With Michelle Onya, we'll be right back. Welcome back here. Michelle Onya helped off the court and heads back to the end of the bench. McIntosh brings it up the court, 3 and a buck to play in this final game of the first round. A high pass goes into Daniels, and we have a tie ball game at 56. What a pass from McIntosh to Daniels on the left block. Just lobbed that one in there like she was throwing an alley-oop, dropped it in the bucket. Now on the inside, Jenna Johnson. Kicks back out McQueen. McQueen crossing up Curry, gives back out Johnson. Johnson's going to drive on Leah Ship. And Lucia Shipholt's going to be called for a block. That's going to be her 4th foul.
So now Lucia Shipholt and Daniels, both with 4 fouls, have to be careful now that Onya is out. Som is the only other post player that's gotten time so far in this game for Cal.
Johnson tried to pump fake on Daniel to get that foul, didn't get it, but does get the bucket to put Utah back up 2, under 3 to play. McIntosh brings it over to the left side for the Bears. Goes back up top, Curry. Curry thinks about a shot, gets a screen from Daniel, goes back to Daniel on the pick and roll, pivot, fade away from 5 feet, can't get it to go, fight for the rebound, it's going to be out of bounds off of Mastrov.
Mastrov trying to make the hustle play there. She was charging towards the rim, trying to go for the rebound, fighting with Neepkins for it a little bit. Cal wanted it called off of Utah's fingertips, but it'll be Utah ball instead, going the other way.
And Utah's got a chance to retake control of the game, up 2, and we're going to have a ball foul. It's going to be called on, they're going to call it on Mia Mastrov.
Now Cal is doing something they don't really want to do. They're giving up a lot of these easy fouls here. And they still got 2.5 minutes left in the quarter. 2 fouls left to give. You don't want to give 2 more quick ones, or else Utah will be shooting at the line, and that's not something you want to see.
McFarland gets the high inbound at the top of the key. And now the freshman of the year, Neepkins has it at the top of the key, covered by Mastrov. Gives back out McQueen on the right wing. Swings over Johnson on the left side. She drives to her right. Leah Shipholt covering. And a tough layup for Johnson as she puts it up right over Lucia Shipholt.
Lucia Shipholt in tough position. Probably couldn't play it the way she wanted to because of her 4 fouls, but that results in Johnson getting the basket.
And Curry tried to drive baseline and loses the ball out of bounds, and she's kicking herself after that one. And now she's screaming at her team. This is where they got to pick up the defense. 2 minutes to play. Utah up 4 with the ball. Glutton gives it over to Neepkins. Neepkins driving to her right, going in on Daniels. Gonna throw it back out. Gilton gets a screen from Johnson. Now on the right wing, covered, goes inside. That's Johnson on Daniels, goes up strong and finishes. 6-point lead for Utah, 1:40 left. Cal has got to get something here. Utah starting to grab this game by the throat.
Taking advantage of the fouls on the post players down low. Utah is bullying them, and it's paying off for them.
McIntosh gives to the corner. Lucia Shipholt, who has her pass intended for Mastroff, tipped out of bounds. Cal is going to have the ball. 1:25 on the game clock, 13 on the shot clock.
Really lucky for Lucia Shipholt that it was only tipped away and not stolen there. Neepkin's not quite in a position to be able to grab it, but good defensive play nonetheless.
McIntosh with the ball, 7 seconds on the shot clock, gives back out Curry, 5 on the shot clock. Drives to her right, gonna go up strong, and she's gonna be fouled hard. She'll be at the line for 2 shots.
Curry constantly putting herself in a position that's gonna end up with her getting banged up. She's sacrificing a lot of her body control to put these shots up and get these foul calls. And it's paying off her at the free throw line in a sense of she's getting to shoot these shots, but maybe not so much when it comes to her body and how it's playing out through the rest of this game.
Tell you what, Jada Curry might not have had her best game of the year, but she is playing fearless as she hits the first free throw, making it a 5-point lead for Utah. Kaylin Crocker about to check in. As Curry hits the second free throw as well. Crocker will enter the game for Curry as she goes to the bench limping a little bit. Likely just getting a little bit of rest for this defensive possession.
Crocker giving her just a breather here, like you said. As Cal's playing full court press here right now.
Neepkins gives it over. That's Johnson. Johnson's going to try and cross the timeline. Loses the ball. It's a jump ball, and we're going to have a jump ball call. Mia Mastrop, the freshman, putting in some good minutes. Forces the jump ball, and Washington's going to get the possession. Cal is going to get the possession off the jump. Lucia Shipholt to inbound right in front of the scores table. 1:04 to play. The Bears down 4. Mastrov swings over to Curry. Curry crossing up, gets a screen from Daniel. Going to drive in, goes up, and I believe we're going to have a foul on the floor.
Jenna Johnson tried to sell that one there, tried to draw the charge. Almost looked like it with a couple of players standing in there, but not able to, but instead gets the foul called on her.
Actually, I think they did call the foul on Johnson. That's her third. 56.4 seconds left in the game. Curry at the line because the Utes have put the Bears in the bonus, and she hits the first free throw. 1 possession game.
Crocker now looking to check in. It looks like Coach Sharman Smith for Cal is having Crocker and Curry sub in and out offensively and defensively on possessions.
Saving your best player for the offensive side, but we're going to have a timeout called by Utah. 2-point game here in Las Vegas for the Tournament of the Conference of Champions. Utah leads 62-60. We'll be right back. We're back here on Blaze Radio Online. Utah is going to have the ball. 56.2 left to play in the game. However, we're going to have a stoppage of play before it starts. The official over at the scorers table. They're talking about some 10-second violation. Okay, so let me rephrase. There was a timeout called off of a jump ball that was taking place at mid-court, but they talked about how it could have been a 10-second violation on Utah. However, they are just going to call a jump ball. Utah has it. Gilton with it for the Utes. Guarded by Mastrov, is going to hand off to McQueen. Young now gives it over back to Gilton. Going to wave off the pick. Crocker on Gilton, 39 seconds left, 12 on the shot clock. She's double teamed, goes into the corner. Neepkins fakes the shot, another fake, goes up for the layup. What a play by Neepkins.
Neepkins got two Cal defenders up in the air there. First, when she faked it from the three-point line from the corner, faked it there, got a Cal defender up, dribbled in a little bit more, looked like she might stop to pull up, got another one up in the air, takes it all the way in for the layup. What an offensive possession there by Neepkins to put her team up 4.
Gianna Neepkins with 20 points in the contest is showing up when it matters, and that is a gut punch to Cal.
And Cal's really trying, on that possession they had their defense extended all the way out, almost to the half-court line, extended all the way out on the three-point line, but just could not rotate fast enough to cover Neepkins down low.
Reset to the situation. Utah leads 64-60. 31 and a hook left on the game clock and a fresh 30 on the shot clock. So likely Cal is going to have to play this possession like it's an in-the-game, no shot clock situation. You get the best bucket you can. Doesn't have to be quick, but once you get the bucket, you have to foul. Trap or go for the steal. The officials in front of us are looking to see where the clock was at on the bucket. And I'll tell you what, I have been really impressed with freshman of the year Gianna Neepkins here tonight. After a first half where she could have been outside of the arena and we wouldn't have known the difference, comes in the second half, has scored 18 here, and has her team in prime position to make it to day 2 of the Pac-12 women's tournament.
And they certainly would not have been able to do it without her. She's leading her team in points, but let's not leave Jenna Johnson out of this. She's got 18 of her own here in just 19 minutes of play.
Jenna Johnson is the leading scorer on the team by 0.1 over Neepkins. So those are the two best players on the team, and they're playing like it today. And we're going to have an official timeout as the officials are over at the scorers table taking a look at the clock. And we'll take a break with them. This is Blaze Radio Online. Stay with us. We'll be here to bring you the end of it. Welcome back to Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, for the Pac-12 Women's Tournament. Utah and Cal are in a close one. The Utes lead 64-60, and the officials during the timeout took off 2 seconds on the game clock, so now 29 and a hook left in the ball game, which means no shot clock for the rest of the way. Cal with the ball.
Cal's going to have to hustle to put one in here so they can get another possession.
They don't need to rush, but they do need to get a good shot. Curry's going to drive. It's tough. No call on the foul, and it's going to be a foul now on the rebounder, who is McQueen. A tough break there for Curry, as she didn't get the call on the double team when she went up.
She was trying to fight for it. We've seen it time and time again, her taking it deep inside, trying to get the foul called, not able to right there.
And Cal had a foul to give, so they're going to call a timeout to prep for this inbound play. 17.8 left on the game clock. Utah leads by 4. It's a tough break for Curry, and that shot has kind of been there for her all night, where she drives through defenders that definitely have a couple inches on her, and she just doesn't get the contact drawn, not able to finish it. Just really hasn't been her night from a scoring standpoint. She's only 6 for 17. She's got 16 points, but still, it's been a really tough night for her physically.
Another example of that beating that she's kind of taken down low. She's gotten banged around a lot. She's a bit of a smaller guard in terms of height, so not really used to banging around down there with some of these Utah players who don't really have a lot of height, but they're very physical down low, as we've seen throughout this game. And it's been a bit of a problem for Curry. She's trying to score.
Utah to inbound. They get it in to McQueen, and she's going to be fouled immediately by Onya. .4 on the clock after the foul. So McQueen will be at the line to make the deficit even bigger for Cal. They are up by 4, potentially could get to 6.
McQueen, an 81% free throw shooter on the season, will look to knock both of these shots in to extend this lead even more.
Is her first shots from the line tonight. And hits the first one perfectly, putting the Utes lead up to 5. And hits the second one as well. And we're going to have a Bears timeout after the made free throw. Utes up 6 with 15.4 to play.
Cal needs the 3. They clearly need the 3. They're down 6 here, 15 seconds to go. They've got to draw up a play, get the quick 3 up. They have to make it, get the foul in quick, and hope that Utah misses both free throws, then come back down and do it again. That's the only way they get this tie here. It's not looking good for them.
They're definitely in a hole right now with 15 and a hook left to play in the game, but a 3 isn't the do-all, be-all shot. If it's not there, drive in, try and force something up through contact. Maybe you get an and one on a 3-point play. But either way, this shot has to be quick. They're down 6, and they just used their last timeout.
Has to be quick, and it has to go in. That's what they need right here.
Correction, that was their second to last timeout. Utah has 2 of their own still in the bank. Both teams are in the bonus for these last 15 seconds. The Bears staring defeat in the face right now, but they've got nothing to hang their head over. This has been a tough contest all the way. It has been a great game to end day 1 in the Pac-12 women's tournament.
And it's not over yet. Cal can still fight for a chance. We've seen other more impressive things happen, but they'll have to fight hard to get this up.
Curry steps back on a 3 from the right wing, only hits the front rim, no good. Rebound's going to be tapped around, and they're going to call the foul on a Utah player. Actually, no, they're going to call the foul on McIntosh for a push. And with a free throw here from Jenna Johnson, it'll likely put this one to bed. Actually, it'll be McQueen at the line.
So McQueen once again stepping up to the line. She made her first 2. Knocked those in. Now she'll get a chance for 2 more here.
This to likely seal it from the line. All the other Utah players standing behind her, but it hits the back rim, no good. 10 seconds on the dot left in the game. Utah up 6. McQueen still with 1 free throw to go. Can't get that one to go, and Cal's going to call their last timeout with 9.2 left to play. So now they got to go for the three. I do agree with you. The time under 10 seconds, a three-point shot. We'll likely see it from Curry or we see it from Green. But the three really hasn't been there for them all day. They're only 2 for 8 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, the only player on the floor right now who has made a three in this game so far is Green. So they will most likely look to her to take it, or Curry, who is shoots decently from behind the three-point arc as well.
She's 0 for 3 tonight from beyond. Green to inbound right in front of the bench on their own side of the court. Utah up 6. Cal's got to make a play. Curry going to step back, goes over to Green. Green fakes a shot, it's going to fire one up, and that's looking way off, and it's going to be fought for the rebound, but that, with the game clock expires, and Utah is moving on to the quarterfinal here to end day one. Your final score, Utah 66, Cal 60, as the Bears fall in a tight one, and their season likely coming to an end after this one.
Cal really fought hard there. The 11th seed, not many expected them to put this much of a fight up, I'm sure, but able to prove some people wrong, get a nice, ending to their season there, but much more than some people thought they would have. And now we will head on to preparing for day 2 of this tournament. So Walker and I were on the call earlier for the Colorado versus Washington game. Colorado won that one, so they, as the number 5 seed, will take on number 4 Arizona tomorrow at noon. Then you got to hear Gabby Ducharme and Mallory Schnell called the ASU Oregon State 9-8 matchup. Oregon State took that one by just 5 points, and so Oregon State will move on to play number 1 Stanford at 2:30. Stanford number 2 in the nation right now, looking pretty good as they move through this tournament and try to make it back to the national championship game in the NCAA tournament. Then the game just before ours, UCLA versus USC, the 7-10 matchup. UCLA took that one. They will go on to face off against Oregon tomorrow night at 6. And then to cap things off, once again tomorrow night, Utah will take the floor to face off against number 3 seeded Washington State at 8:30. Right back here. Every single one of those games will be happening at Michelob Ultra Arena.
Incredible plug from my partner, T. Reed. Couldn't have done it better. We will be back here for 4 more games tomorrow and 12 more hours in the Michelob Ultra Arena. But thank you for all that listened today. From Las Vegas, for Tia, I'm Walker Smith. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you tomorrow. Your final score, Utah moves on 66-60.